You are about to experience the result of hard work and dedication from the City of Champions, Cleveland's own, 90th's finest. Self-made, hard-working entrepreneurs, unequivocally raw, no holds barred. This is Epiphany Media.
Epiphany Media.
I'm so used to having.
OBJ back in the game with the first down.
I don't trust it.
Uh-huh.
No, he in there.
What up? It's another show, different location for me, but same old.
Epiphany Media reporting live from the game.
Yeah, hopefully I don't. At first, I thought it was gonna be a whole Factory of Sadness episode. It was sounding real bad. I took a nap. That's how you know when the Browns game is going bad, because you take a nap during the middle of the game every time.
That's funny. That's true.
Man, man, what we got on the agenda today? Well, let's first discuss. This is Breast Cancer Month, and we're doing a little fundraiser. All you got to do is like the page, like the shows, and that accounts toward donations for Breast Cancer Month. Ooh. So yeah.
Can't help yourself.
So yeah, most definitely do that, because we most definitely want to support a worthy cause.
Yep. For every like and share you guys do, we are able to donate more money to the JD Breast Cancer Foundation here in Cleveland, and be able to help out some people that needed worthy causes. I'm working on trying to get somebody from the foundation to come on with us and talk a little bit, do an interview or something, so you can find out more about the foundation directly. And then if not, we can still do like a profile of the charity and what kind of work that they do specifically. But it's always better to hear from the horse's mouth, as they say. That's the saying? That's to hear from
That
the
is
horse's
the
mouth.
same.
So that's what we're working on. Been working on it and still working on it. So hopefully we'll get some traction here soon and be able to have some people come home. All right.
I gotta roll at the window.
Yeah,
Getting distracted.
Yeah.
It's not professional. It's not professional of me right now. But like Emmanuel said, good cause, good foundation. You still got 3 more Sundays, including today, to like the heck out of Epiphany Media. So go ahead and do that.
Not just that's not funny. Not just you, but invite others to.
You got the delay distraction. Oh man.
And nothing like seeing the stupid part though. And nothing like seeing the stupid part. These niggas, man. Anyway.
I don't know.
I hate these niggas, man. I hate them, man.
But yeah, man. So that's a good. Hey, so what are we talking about today?
So anyway, we wanted to talk about canceling the uncancelable. Was the name of the show. It seemed like the Dave Chappelle thing is a hot button issue. And then you talked a little bit about it.
You talking about him talking about transsexuals?
That is, those are the words that Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, transsexual. It's a yes.
Yeah.
Transgender.
Trans.
Transgender.
Yeah. I don't know if transsexual is the right term anymore.
What's the right term?
I don't know, but I don't know if that. I don't know if that's it though. I don't
With
know if that's it.
transgender? No, it is because you got L, T. No, is it LBTG? That's correct, right? So that T stands for what?
LGBT.
Lesbian, bisexual, gay, transgender, right?
It's LG. I don't. Whatever it is.
And
Yeah, but
queer.
yeah, but
Yeah,
what?
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
So
but
like,
what
it's
does
most definitely, accept, today's standard, that's what it stands for. So
well, all right, that's what it stands for today. Um, yeah, so I just wanted to touch on. So part of the controversy is, I mean, it ranges. It ranges on why people are um, uh, uh, upset at Dave Chappelle. You know what I'm saying? Um, once again, people are saying that he's transphobic and he hate dislike whatever trans people, and I find it ridiculous. Is that what you got from his stand up when you watched it? In your opinion?
well, collectively, if we're gonna talk about the first Netflix special to the last one, did I ever get that he was
But
homophobic, transphobic?
by the way, Baker Mayfield is
Huh?
going to the blue tent injured. Case Keenum is warming him up.
Oh yeah. Hold on, this third down. Third down. Big third down going on. Hold on. It didn't go good.
It's okay.
But no, but I didn't get that um I didn't get that opinion at all from him, that he was any type of phobic, um being in a position that he is. um he is a comedian and he makes jokes out of anything. He think anything is funny. Right, but once you bring it to the mass public, then you will know if you cross that line or not. You know what I'm saying? And that he did them jokes plenty of times to know if the line was crossed or not before he even put it on, put it out to the public. So he knew that them jokes was fire. So I don't, you know, he to me he didn't say anything that crossed the line to me. I don't get it, but it's a lot of outrage. Kind of to me, it's like fake outrage because you hear, oh, people are outraged about the special, and then that's it. That's all that comes, from it because it's really fake news to me. Did you
Yeah.
get that opinion that anything that he said was?
No, I didn't. I didn't at all. I thought that I mean clearly you can tell that he had an agenda on this um on this episode or whatever you want to call it, this special. But to say that he was trans anything for that matter, uh, to say he was trans anything for that matter, I think is just I just don't I didn't get that, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know Dave Chappelle personally, and neither do these people. Apparently, this is all off of the special, whatever. Now I get it, jokes and conversation and all that stuff can be um, interpreted it differently depending on what you heard, depending on your background and stuff. You might hear stuff differently. You might take offense to certain things that certain people don't. And I get that, but never one time did in any of the specials, to be honest, that I get the impression that oh he's trans anything or anti, you know, this sex of people or anything like that. Erica said Byron won't say nothing bad about Dave Chappelle.
I mean, yes, yeah, Erica. You're very right. So I could be biased to that point, but I'm really not. Like, he said some edgy jokes in that special, especially the one about how the transsexual girl, after she committed suicide and she jumped off a tall building, and he said that only a man would do some shit like that. That was edgy, but it was it was a good one. It was a good one. And it's a good one, knowing that when women commit suicide, is not to the extent as when men commit suicide. Men commit suicide in a graphic, horrible way. A woman might take a whole bunch of pills or something. You know what I mean? So to me, it was a great joke. You know what I'm saying? But he was just playing the lines, okay, that's a hurt. Y'all got it if y'all saw it. But some people, didn't like that. So,
man, he said that like one of the biggest controversial things that I've seen a lot of people talking about was when he said, I'm not gonna try to do the joke, but essentially it was like he was tricked into calling a trans girl beautiful or whatever. Like this nigga said, aha, like she's a trans or whatever the mom said or whatever. He felt like he was tricked or whatever, which is hysterical to me.
Yeah, he was like, I didn't think she knew who I was. She showed me a picture of her daughter and asked me I think she's cute or not. And I was like, yeah, And then she said, no, she's trans. And then that's when I knew. She knew exactly who the fuck I was.
Man, between that and him saying that gay people are the minorities until they need to be white again, like talking about, how he was saying, like, anybody that watched my specials. And I said, he said, for anybody that watched my specials, if you guys listen to what I said, you'll know that my issue is not with trans people. My issue is with white people. And I'm like, yeah, if you listen to any of his stand-ups ever, any of his specials, his issue has always been with white people. When you watch the Chappelle show, clearly his issue is with white people. Like I don't understand. I don't understand where this is. Where this became about something else. And that's what white people do, though. They'll change that fucking agenda. They'll change whatever a movement or whatever it's supposed to be about. They'll change it. You know what I'm saying? The Colin Kaepernick, they'll change that to being about the flag. You know what I'm saying? Like they'll redirect that angle in any way they can to make it about anything that they could be outraged about that's not what the actual subject matter is. And I think that's what's going on here too. I agree with him though. I agree with him when he say that if you listen to what he said and not reading through the lines or making up your own thing, you actually listen to the jokes. He never said that he was transphobic. He said multiple times on this special that he's not transphobic. But people don't want to hear that shit. They want to hear what they want to hear. They want somebody whose job is to make people laugh and to tell jokes about everything to not do that because it offends them or whatever. When nobody said nothing when he make jokes about black people. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody makes jokes when or nobody is outraged when Corey Holcomb or Patrice O'Neal before he died make a jokes about like women. You know what I'm saying? Like just nigga Corey Holcomb be saying some of the wildest shit I ever heard a nigga say about women. Nobody boycotting Corey Holcomb. You know what I'm saying? And Corey Holcomb, well known, he's been in stuff and he got specials, etc. But he got radio shows, all type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? But nobody boycotting him. You know what I'm saying?
But
why? Because it's about women.
But hey, Chappelle said some good jokes about women too. How he was talking about how she threw a punch and he defended himself and he hit her back. You know what I'm saying? But
Nobody mad about that though.
right. But Dave Chappelle is on that level where he is at the top, you know. But the thing about him is he owns his own brand. He doesn't really affiliate with any companies, you know, except for like Netflix. And that's it. Like I mean, like how can you stop the man from doing, you know, comedy when he keeps getting booked all over the country, all over the world? Because people still want to see it. People think that he's funny. It's just a small minority that's saying he should be canceled. You know.
So do you? So wait. So Erica said he needs to stop responding to that community. She said, "I feel like you don't always have to explain yourself." I haven't seen him respond. I'm not saying that he haven't. I don't follow Dave Chappelle on social media and stuff. So I'm not saying that he haven't said anything. But I
He
haven't.
don't.
Wow, that's passive interference. That's passive interference like crazy. I haven't seen him say anything. Um, it's more of a you get some trans comedians that come out and defend him. Definitely, his fans are defending him, but I haven't actually heard him say nothing or make a statement. But um, I think to what you were saying though, in regards to him, he owns his own brand. That's why anytime you see him wearing clothes or the necklace that he's wearing, or in the background of his show, he got the Chappelle C or whatever. That's his brand. You know what I'm saying? He owns that. You know what I'm saying? Um, so I think that, I agree with you. And now that he has fulfilled his contract with Netflix by giving on this last special, like he's not technically affiliated with them anymore. Like he's not under contract with them anymore. You know what I'm saying? So how you gonna cancel him?
Right. And this is Netflix who has a drag queen reality show on their streaming services. So you're trying to tell me that they're only inclusive to people who are allegedly, you know, talking bad about trans people? No. You know, they're all inclusive. They give everybody an opinion on that. So I mean, you can't say Netflix is doing anything wrong. And but you got to think about it like this. Like I said earlier, he's a comedian. They think everything is funny. They can find the funny in anything.
And
And
everything.
you just trying to say that people who decided to change their identity um to a woman or a man can't be talked about anymore. Everything has to be serious. You trying to say the motherfuckers walk around serious? Oh motherfucker, they hell no.
You don't got no choice, man. They made a choice to not be happy, I guess, for the rest of their lives. So they can't be talked about.
Being trans phobic to me is like I hate like saying I hate, you know, I hate people who, you know, change their gender. I hate gay people. You know what I'm saying? That's transphobic to me. But he didn't say any of the likes to me like at all. You know.
I just don't. I
So
just
I
don't
don't.
get it.
I wish we could. I wish we had a trans, you know, person on so we can get their opinion to the side. But I don't. Unfortunately, I don't know any. So
Erica, Erica said,
Erica said his whole stand up was a response. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it most definitely was.
but
But
I
he
didn't.
had to.
Yeah, but his
'Cause
special, his special before that was uh the George Floyd one, right? Like that was the one that was in between this and what Sticks and Stones or whatever.
yeah, but I really would like, you know, wasn't even really a stand up. He was like talking, you know,
Yeah, no, but
more on a sort of serious tone. Yeah.
nobody had a problem with it though. Nobody had a problem with us talking about police. You know what I'm saying? Or talk about black people being a minority and like no nobody that wasn't controversial. You know what I'm saying? None of the other stuff that he did, none of the other subjects that he's talking about is ever controversial except for this. I don't get it. I don't get it. Like I don't even know what I don't even know what their goal is. Some I don't know if it was a man or a woman, but somebody at Netflix was like upset or whatever and staged like a trans person walkout or something. Um, yeah, like a walkout or something. For these are like Netflix employees and stuff. Um, I think she or he got fired, and some other people got
Of
fired.
course.
Yeah, I mean,
Uh-huh.
like, I mean, I don't know what you like. What do you expect gonna happen? Does that mean Netflix, in your opinion, does that mean Netflix is uh, transphobic or whatever as well because they fired these people who left work to go walk outside and protest?
No. Like that's like you going outside of fucking Taco Bell talking about I hate these tacos. The meat is really uh what was they making the meat out of?
Dog food. I don't know.
So yeah, something. And expecting them not to fire you. Of course
Yeah,
they're gonna fire you. Like you're going against the company that you work for. That seemed like you wanted to get fired. You walked out.
we pay
So
like
no, I don't think they're
even
wrong.
even on the surface. If we pay you to be at work and you leave work, like you on the clock and you just walk out, like you grounds for termination. I don't care what job you in. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hmm.
what job can you clock in and then just leave? Like, just go walk out and do whatever you want to do. Like, that's not how life works. You know what I'm saying?
Right, but here's the thing: these companies don't care about people's feelings being hurt. They care about making money until one of the company sponsors say like, "Hey, we're thinking about pulling out, pulling our sponsorship if you don't do something about this, because that's affecting their money." You know what I'm saying? That's not affecting
Right.
anybody's feelings. It's just affecting their money. So that's when they decide to do something. But what the thing with Chappelle is, can't cancel him. Because he can still put out like he can just put a whole special on YouTube, just put it up on his page if he wanted to. How can you stop that? You know what I'm saying? You can't
Exactly.
stop him from putting his art out there. Like it's impossible. So he,
Eric just said
you know,
Netflix is
you
hiring. I agree. Yeah. So, and then that's like saying, I don't know the people that made the art, but like the art of like the statues from back in the day, would be like a naked dude, like the statue of David, or any like I don't know what era it was, but like the paintings or whatever, with the girl titty out or whatever. Like
yeah.
now is that offensive? Like is somebody offended by that art as well? You know what I'm saying? Like
Somebody
all
could
this
be
stuff.
offended, like, oh, my kid first. Damn, hey, my kids. If I take my kids to the Cleveland Art Museum, I don't want to see, paintings with women eating grapes with their titties out. Like I don't want to see that. My kids shouldn't see that. And the art museum say, well, man, this is art. This is interpreted as art. It's beautiful.
They're like, no, man, you're right. We're gonna take this shit out. I can't believe no one said it before you. I can't believe it. You know what I'm saying? I know they're not saying that because that'd be absurd.
Yeah, so it's just based on people's opinions and feelings on what they feel hurt about. It's kind of like it's kind of like getting into an argument with your wife and she's mad at you for something that you did, but you honestly think you didn't do anything. But her feelings is hurt. But it's your wife, so you gotta do something about
You gotta
that.
apologize. You gotta say sorry, and that you'll do better, even though you don't feel like you did nothing. Um,
but yeah, man, it's
yeah.
crazy.
So I don't know. I think that like I said, I don't even know what these people in game is. Like I don't know. I like I don't these you got actors coming out, supporting or not supporting. Actually, I haven't seen no super famous people that are not comedians support Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
I think the last one I think was like Channing Tatum or something like that. Talk about, you know, I can see how it's uh, uh, how it could be hated, or like how Woody said it could be uh, hateful or hurt so many people. Man, y'all
Mhm.
can. Hey,
Mhm.
I almost said some stuff.
See, here's the thing though. Back, what you said about the comedians supporting, because the comedians know, they understand the art form. You know what I'm saying? They think everything is funny. I was recently watching uh Seinfeld show on Netflix, where he has comedians come on. They just like a random thing. They do random stuff. But on there, Steve Harvey was on there, and he was saying that he got canceled for making a joke about a mentally challenged person, right? And they was talking about canceling him, and he said, "I'm glad that you had me on your show, Seinfeld, because it feels good to be able to just say what I want to say, because they think because they think it's funny." He said that he was at a comedy club. He did a joke about a drunk driver, killing somebody or something like that. But it was somebody in the crowd whose family member got killed by a drunk driver. He like, how the hell I was supposed to know that you were gonna be in the crowd tonight?
Right,
And
right.
he said, even if I did know you were in the crowd tonight, I would have still did that joke. Oh man.
I mean,
So
because
I mean,
that's just common
uh,
sense, man. It's just common sense. Like I don't like all of this stuff is common sense. You know what I'm saying? If you don't want to watch it, or if you got an issue with Dave Chappelle other three specials or whatever, why are you still watching it? Like, are you watching it just to be angry, just so you have something to say? I can't believe it. Like, I knew. That's like me. Uh, like, I'm like, man, I'm looking for a black person. I'm gonna go ask the Klan for some help, and they get mad when they be like when they call me a nigga. Like, I knew it was gonna happen, but they're the best around, so I had to go talk to them. You know what I'm saying?
right,
They were
right.
like, "What are you talking about? Like you knew what you're gonna get. Like you went there knowing what was gonna happen. Why would you go there? You know what I'm saying? Why would you go there looking for trouble?" And that's what I feel like that they did. Um, I feel like that's what they did every single time. Um, now, um, Erica said, she said anything to take them down, and I agree with that wholeheartedly. So, what do you think as far as what do you think as far as um, his comments about uh, the trans movement or the LGBT whatever movement going in front of like the black movement? He made the joke about he said I can't help but wonder that if Martin Luther King had told everybody to grab their booty shorts and Vaseline, that we would have been further along. Now, first off, that's fucking hysterical, and if you don't think so, there's something wrong with you. Secondly, I agree 100% that something has that movement who's been suffering for decades. You know what I'm saying? Further along or whatever with less sacrifice overall than like the black movement, the civil rights movement, all of this stuff.
First of all, yeah, that joke was hilarious.
That shit hilarious.
But uh, it's not. For example, this past summer, you had the incident where it was the hashtag Asian hate, right?
hmm Stop Asian
Of course
hate.
you don't want. Yeah, of course you don't want to get Asian. You don't want to. You don't want to see Asians getting, you know, what black people been going through forever. You know what I'm saying?
Not that it's funny, but I
But
forgot he talked about that in the special though.
but when but as soon as it happened, it was like immediate support for it. Like, we need to stop the Asian hate, right? But as soon as they say, you know, Black Lives Matter, you know, we feel like we're being racially profiled for everything in life, then there was immediate opposition for that.
Yeah, absurd.
You know what I'm saying? And, you know, black people have been saying this for centuries now. There's evidence to back up how black people feel about it, but it's still the same thing. So when he says, if only black if only black people just wore, you know, booty shorts during the civil rights movement, we would have maybe would have got some head, you know, some headway, you know. It's very true, because it's like, damn, like they getting, like they said that they have a neutral, you know, if you feel like you're a man, you can go in the men's bathroom. If you feel like you're a woman, you can go in a woman's bathroom, like that. You know what I'm saying? You know how hard it was just to get to drink this from the same water fountain?
To go inside of the same bathrooms. Like, yeah, like,
You
nigga,
know what
like
I'm saying?
that's a great point of view. Yeah, like, how long from when you heard grumblings about you know, going in whatever bathrooms you want to before it was passed in North Carolina, I believe, right now. But then you go even in places around here in Cleveland, you hear, I mean, you see places that say you know, unisex bathrooms or all gender bathrooms or whatever the case is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So nigga, it took us 40, you know what I'm saying, 100 years or so of saying, hey, can we use the same toilets? Like, you know what I'm saying? Can we drink out of the same water fountain? You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's what you want to compare it to? Like that's what you choosing to, that's what you choosing to compare it to? Like, I definitely don't understand it, man. And fine, if you feel persecuted, I'm not saying that you can't or it's wrong to feel persecuted or whatever, but to I don't know what to say, like, you can't, you know, your special interest or whatever can't be put in front of other special interests or whatever. But don't make it like you have been suffering as long as black people or people of color, people that fought for literally. And look, I would say black people, like civil rights or whatever, because like what you brought up was a great point about the stop Asian hate. There was never a keep Asian hate going. There was never a Kareem Hunt is out and out of the game going on the cart to the back of the thing to the
Oh
locker
my
room.
gosh, man.
Um, yeah, there was never a keep Asian hate going. There was never like a sign that said stop Asian hate and then nah at the end. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was never any of that. But they said Black Lives Matter. They had all lives, blue lives, white lives, and all everything except for Black Lives Matter. Just that they matter. Just that they matter.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
And and that's the problem.
I man,
and,
I
and, and
I
and
agree with you wholeheartedly.
and it's like you deny, like it's like you just forgot, oh, slavery happened. Oh, so horrible, but that was so many years ago. Oh, segregation happened, but that was so many years ago. Jim Crow, that was so many years ago.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, that you just brush it off. Like, oh, that didn't happen. But oh yeah, any movement besides anything black, it just feels like it's just brushed to the side.
Yep, I agree. The
Which
black
which
movement.
which is what he tries to explain in the specials. I'm just talking about white people. I'm not talking about gay people.
Right. As soon as
Man.
I ain't gonna do that joke. That was funny. But anyway, he said, so what do you think about what do you think about I guess kind of along those same lines, um when he said that Actually, this is kind of my own thing, kind of, but along the same lines of, all right, Black Lives Matter was at its height about a year ago, maybe a little less than a year ago, um, here in the United States, around the world and stuff. Um, and Black Lives, it seems like a reasonable thing to ask for, right? A reasonable request. But along, like all throughout that, the longer it went on, you start seeing, or I started seeing signs that was like, it went from Black Lives Matter to Black Trans Lives Matter or Black Gay Lives Matter or whatever the case was. One of the two, I can't remember.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure it's trans, Black Trans Lives Matter. Um, yeah, no shit. Like no shit. Like that. It's like when you say Black Lives Matter, that encompasses all of that. You know what I'm saying? And when we were having this discussion the other day, I was telling you that I feel like they did that. They had to make the separation because they feel like they'll get further along in life or with their struggle, whatever stuff they're trying to get achieved. They'll get further along by separating, saying like, yeah, I'm black, but I'm also trans, and I'm trying to get ahead. I'm trying to get justice. I'm trying to get whatever it is I'm trying to get. So I got to separate myself from the black people. I can't just be part of Black Lives Matter, even though I'm black. You know what I'm saying? Like it has to be subsection. And I thought that was like kind of like a slap in the face. You know what I'm saying? What do you think about the subsections of Black Lives Matter, or just a movement with a trans spinoff on it?
Right. Even if you're a nigga in a wig, you still a nigga. Like it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like you're still black at the end of the day. So I mean,
I
why?
completely agree.
So you think that you just because you think that let me separate it? Nah, you still gonna get that same treatment, and you gonna get it times two because you're trans too, and there are people who hate trans people.
Right.
So hey,
But then I just wonder, like, why was there never like a blue trans lives matter? You know what I'm saying?
nigga, 'cause you can't be on the force with that.
What about all trans lives matter? Like, what about that? Like, why was there no white trans lives matter? Like, why does it has to be the black people have to section themselves? In my opinion, is because they feel like they'll get further because they have to separate from that black shit because that gets you nowhere. Being black gets you nowhere. Being black, defending yourself, you're defending civil rights, gets you nowhere. Man, I could go down a whole line, man. This racial stuff be so ingrained and so much stuff, and I don't feel like a lot of people notice it. Some people do, of course, but I don't feel like the majority of people notice it, or maybe I'm too looking for it or whatever the case is. But
Yeah.
I think about all type of stuff they got to do with just how even black people treated by other minorities. You know what I'm saying? Like when it's time for, you know what I'm saying, nigga, when you go to the St. Patrick's Day parade, is black people there. When you go to the Puerto Rican Day parade, is black people there. You know what I'm saying? When black people start having shit, niggas don't be supporting it. Like Asian people, Latin people, you know what I'm saying? Here at least, I'll say specifically here, they're not standing up and defending black people and black movements in that way. Yeah, of course, something like last year when it's the thing to do, when everybody is a part of it, when you don't have no choice but to recognize it, yeah. But other than that, man, don't nobody join black people movements, but black people definitely join and support every other movement. Every other movement.
Yeah, I have to agree. I mean, there are other races that do support black stuff, but it ain't like you see how the NBA had a whole campaign with the stop the Asian hate situation with what's the guy I forgot what his name is, Jeremy Lin. Soon as LeBron put on the shirts, I can't breathe. Nah, we're not doing that here in the NBA.
Look,
immediately.
this how wild it is. And to your point, in the NBA, they had the whole stop Asian hate commercials campaigns and stuff. You know what they told NBA players about the Black Lives Matter shit? They're like, all right, y'all can have stuff on your jersey, but it has to be from this approved list. It can't even be what you want, what you stand for, what you specifically, what message you specifically. This nigga just caught another touchdown. What you specifically want
Oh,
to, not us, AJ Green.
oh wow.
Um,
Yeah. Like it's a sea of orange out here right now. Everybody's fleeing the same of the crime.
37-14. Yeah, that's bad. Brown players just keep getting hurt left and right. We had a cornerback go out 2 plays before this. Then the cornerback just got burnt by AJ Green. Kyler Murray walking off like he a dog. He a dog. I respect him.
Top Oklahoma Sooner right now.
Yeah. Hey, he 2-0 on Baker. I say that like in the NFL. But yeah, man, just so much. And I'm not saying that no other minorities support black people, but like universally, they don't support in the same way. It ain't 1-to-1 reciprocal as how black people support, you know what I'm saying, any of these other movements, you know what I'm saying? So that's why when I say stuff, whether it's on Twitter or whatever, and I say something specifically about black people or black power or black support or black whatever, and somebody say something like, try to look, that's why I don't like Spanish people saying nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like I hate it. You know what I'm saying? I hate it because it ain't a 1-to-1. You know what I'm saying? It ain't reciprocal in the same way. I don't care who you grew up around. I don't like it personally. I hate it. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. Some people don't mind it, and that's cool. But I don't know. I can go on forever on that. Anyway, to wrap it up though, because I'm sure everybody exiting the building soon. What's your thoughts on not being able to be canceled, whether it's for Dave Chappelle, whether it's for us? What's your opinion? What's your thoughts on the feeling or whatever of not being able to be canceled? Not being able to be canceled.
The feeling of not being able to get canceled.
Yeah.
You have like it's like you don't have that burden of thinking that you won't be able to supply. I mean, not supply, to provide for your family, and whatever you're bringing to the table, you don't feel like you need to compromise that at all for anyone, just to make money. So that feeling is the best feeling in the world, to be able to say what you want, to be able to do what you want, and it just brings you happiness without feeling like you got to be canceled. But you don't get both. You don't get all of the that Kevin Hart type of exposure and money, but be able to say what you want to say. You have to choose either or, because when he went through the whole thing talking about how he, would smash, what do you say? He'd smash if his kids aren't gay. He'd smash them over the head with their dollhouse or something. He said like that. I don't want to get it wrong.
So something like that, but like from 1,000 years ago though. But yeah, something like that.
Yeah, and because he said it on Twitter, it was just words that people read. It wasn't in joke form or whatever. Even though obviously he was joking or whatever. They wanted to. He couldn't even host the Oscars because of that. Something that he always wanted to do. So you gotta choose. Either or.
Hold on, let me tell you.
Me personally, I would choose. The freedom to be myself at all times.
These niggas say, yo, if my son comes home and try to play with my daughter's down hollers, I'm going to break it over his head and say, It's saying my voice. Stop, that's gay. Uh, he was like, and so it was like three separate tweets. And then he had one that's like, okay, just now waking up and I'm in a good mood. So I think I'm going to go to the gym and get big. No homo. LOL. uh, he said, the last thing he said, laughing my ass off at all the women asking me where the pic is. I'm not passing along a pic of a naked man. That would make me gay by association. That's fucking. Let me start from
He said he ain't gonna pass around a pic of himself because he'd be gay of association.
By association, man. Man,
what comment say?
No, go ahead.
He said the comment said you standing in the picture, sat in the mirror taking pictures half naked. Like that's no, that's not how it was done.
Let's see. Oh, he had a bunch of it. So in 2009, most of these came from 2009. He said, "Is it gay if you fight a guy with long hair and when you start losing, you grab a handful of it?" I think that's funny. Kevin Hart said, "How can you tell if your pit bull is gay? My dog just farted and it sounded like he whistled." He said, he said, "I just saw the biggest gay guy ever. This nigga look like Hulk Hogan with heels on. I can't lie, I got scared." Nigga, that's hysterical. I think that's just funny. I think it's funny. But yeah, man. So I agree with you. That's a thing we hadn't even talked about. Whatever was, you can't have it both ways. Either you're gonna be the super mega star celebrity with all the money, all the opportunities, or you're gonna be a person who have different doors open. Maybe not as many, but doors for sure. You know what I'm saying? And you can do and say whatever you want to do. I think that freedom is the best thing you can have. You know what I'm saying? So give me the freedom of being able to say whatever I want to on my own platform or whatever the case is, over having all the doors open and all the opportunities in the world, because you only can walk through so many anyway. So give me the ones that's open for me while I'm being myself, and I'll take those things any given day. As far as the Dave Chappelle stuff, like we said 1,000 times, he's uncancelable. You know what I'm saying? He works for himself. And if anybody, including Epiphany Media, if he was to reach out to anybody and say, I want to do a special on your platform, not one person going to tell him no. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So that's how it feels to be uncancelable. There ain't many people that get to experience that. Even less black people that get to experience that. So I hope he take advantage. I hope he enjoys it. You know what I'm saying? And I hope he makes some more people mad as they start to analyze more of his work. I'm all for it, man.
Same here. Keep up the good work in my book.
Right. If anybody got any issues with anything we said today, please send us a message. Just like
And we're gonna have you on the show.
Hey, feel free to go to our Anchor page. You can leave a message if you want to leave a voice message, but not come on the show. We can do we are all that technology. So, please get back to us. But I have a feeling that just like all the other movements, where we don't hear nothing, we say controversial stuff, we don't really hear nothing, and we hear something on this one, then we know that something's up in the world. But with that being said, man, I want to thank y'all for joining us. We appreciate you guys immensely. Don't forget to share this, like this, encourage other people to share. We got this Sunday, a couple more weeks to post, 2 more Sundays, not counting this one, to share and like all of our stuff for the month of October and breast cancer awareness. So shout out to you guys. Shout out to our partners over at JD Breast Cancer Foundation here in Cleveland. And we appreciate you guys. We'll talk to you all next Sunday for sure. Salute to the city as always.
And remember to own your own. And remember, next week we got a special Halloween episode. That's what we're gonna call it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Spooky.
Yeah. Nice episode to get you ready for
Spooky
Halloween.
episode. Yeah. So be sure to tune in for that. Yeah, just remember to like, share, and subscribe, and y'all get in my book. So I'll see y'all next week.